Welcome back, guys. Today is the 21st of April and we're gonna explore this abandoned house again because I guess I found an entrance into the second floor. So let me show you it. I'm right now entering it again, and look, there it is. This could lead us into the house because I first thought this door will lead outside, but outside there's not such a door. And you can also see there some type of stairs, but they lead to nowhere. So let's check out. But look, these stairs are broken. So guys, I was completely right. Whoa, I was completely right. Look, there it goes into the house, because I first thought this door will lead outside, but outside there was no such door. And as you can see now, it goes into the house. But look, the stairs go there, and here are the stairs broken. Luckily, we got such nice ladder here. So let's see. No, not let's see. We definitely get up there. So how does I do it now? Maybe I need pause again, put the phone in the pocket and climb up there. But this looks good. Whoa. And now I need see that this is stable. Is this stable? Wait, I put it in my pocket. Guys, I'm now inside the house. Look at this. There is some, what is this? Some Asian letters. Look, we're now inside the house. I knew there is an entrance. Bro, we're now inside. What part should we explore first? I guess I get upstairs. But as I told, in this house lived a man that passed away sadly. And now we're exploring it. So there's a lot of shining objects here. So it could be that I will reveal my face with this, but I don't care about it. So you may see how I look. But look, when it goes upstairs, there is this. This is blocked. There is it. Bro, this looks straight out of a horror movie. This is Maybe in the house somewhere the keys for that, but we will see. Oh, maybe we should be a bit more quietly. I can be very quiet, but sadly not with these showers. So there you can see it now. A lot of stuff lays there. I also wear a corona mask because yeah. Bro, people can see us there. This is not good. But look, this is the kitchen. So some people already cleaned up here a bit, but everything is pretty messy there. What is this? Is this the man that lived there? Wait. No, this can't be the man that lived here because date of birth is 1990, so this man on this card is now 35 years old, and this is not a date where this is not an age where aging becomes deadly. What is... Bro, look at this. Man, is this the... There's also such windows. Lots of trash there. Trash. Let's see what's there. This is chess. Okay. A big rule from explorers also is to not take anything from these places because the stuff could still belong to someone. So this is a big rule. Also is if someone who also wants to explore abandoned places watches this video, please remind that the rule is not to take anything from abandoned places, because there could be still people left who own this stuff. We just look at this, but not take anything. Not even a corn of rice. Not even a single bottle cap. This is a big rule. What's inside? There's the same name like on this card. So I guess I know who this man is. This is not the one who lived there. This is the one from a company that worked here, and this is just the, I don't know how to spell it in English, sadly I don't know. This is empty, so who was this man who lived here? What's inside this box? Maybe some tools, but this looks suspicious now. Maybe it's the man who lived there, but why should he die? I mean, he's born 1990, so maybe he consumed too much of this one. Maybe. But you still need a ridiculous large amount of this, that it's actually dangerous. So this doesn't look true. But there is again this name, but look, the date here is last year, 2024. So I can remember that I heard in 2023 that someone passed away here. Maybe even earlier, so no, I don't believe this is the man. Someone told me an old man lived there who was killed by aging, and not that some middle-aged lived here who drank too much of this one. There's some books. But let's see, what is this? Oh, a lighter with still lighter fuel in there. This is a little bit dangerous. Oh, but look at this. Imagine if Brian Johnson sees that. This is very bad for your health. But to survive and continue living after 100 nanobots needed, gene therapies needed. This good health practices doesn't allow you to come much over this wall, maybe a little bit, but not much. So that we can prevent people from death, we really need nanobots and gene therapies. I also heard recently that I don't know how to speak it in English, but the leader of a church died at the age of 88 from a stroke, and this is something that a nanobot very easily could solve. Just unblock the blockage inside the brain. This could save so many lives, so many. But let's explore. And I guess you know now who I mean. I'm very sorry that I don't know the name in English of such a famous person, but I can write it in English but not speak. My English is sadly didn't that good. I had problems in school, but I try to improve. Okay, but let's continue with the video. So this is the bed here, and the smell is very bad. Oh, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. This really doesn't seem right. Imagine if Brian Johnson sees that the huge amount of energy drinks there, the unhealthy food there. This is clearly a reason why the Grim Reaper visited this house, sadly. But let's explore. So there's this maybe on this bed he lied unalived, because a dirty mattress already was outside, and someone told me the one who lived here was laying unalived in a soaked mattress. So is this the place here where everything happened? Let's see. Look here also these pennies, and just to remember, you can take any one of it. This is the rule of urban explorers. This is not like the river where I found a coin, because the river is a public place. But this is someone's house here, so we only explore here, not take anything. Not the smallest piece. But this is again the same name But look at this. These both names, both end of Vogel. This is the one that sent the package. This is the one that received the package. This same name, Lutz Vogel, this same name I read here, read also on this card. So this could maybe be the person who lived here. But it would be really sad for him to die from unhealthy habits. But because both have same name, this could be his sister, his mom, or his wife, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Now we got more clues that the person who lived there doesn't even got killed by aging. Instead by something else, by something much more preventable. Something that didn't need to happen. What is this? Is this some... What is this? What? Is this pants? Pants? Working pants? Yes, this is working pants. Bro, I now got the word for something like this. This also happens in Korea. That people pass away from unhealthy habits. Not actually from aging. But still aging is also very brutal, very sad, and still death at the end. So we really need a cure for aging. This is really important. It's really sad that governments spend money in wars or somewhere else while the people all pass away. And it's also possible to cure aging, but it's difficult. There's no silver bullet. We need big founding, good scientists. It will take some years, but imagine if smart and good nanobots actually exist. Strokes would be a thing of the past. Cardiac arrest, maybe too, and much more. These nanobots could also deliver medicine directly, so you don't need pills that be bad for the liver. You don't need injections. You just have these small not invasive carriers that can deliver medicine directly where it needed. Maybe they can also create new cells, deliver proteins. There's so much potential how they could prevent people from passing away. But I guess I'll also give there a link in the description of the video for this. But let's continue to explore, because it seems that this person really didn't suffer from aging. This was all preventable very easily. So look at this. These are here a lot of food pack packages. Yes, it is delicious, this food, but you can't consume it in this large amount, or it will end up very badly. This could also be I don't know, Sterling video. He would also give the same advices, explanations. But now I guess I pretty much talked enough, so we now get to the main part and explore. So this is a bottle of a cola, some type of Coke, and this is all the food packages here. Look, this all food, not healthy food. There's a knife laying. This is a pretty good knife, a survival knife. So if someone who still owns this house sees this video, you actually have a nice knife laying here. Don't forget to look after it, because it's a pretty nice. I guess there's no ghosts or boiled ones who now could ruin this video for us. Because I can defend myself. Okay, there it lays again, forever. So there's this string. A shark? Oh. These strings show in the ads that they give you energy, power, but look what it does at the end. At the end, it invites you, the Grim Reaper, directly to your bed. Bro, this video should really see Brian Johnson and react to this, because this is a perfect example of how to not treat your body. But this bed is a double bed, so if this guy had a friend, they could both spend their time here. Oh look, the battery is out from this. I don't know how to spell it again. But yeah, what is this? Is plastic. This looks like metal. But I don't like these fake things, because they pretend to look like something what's not. Here are some pills, but this doesn't look like strong pills. This could also be vitamins. What? It's a good thing if consumed in moderation. But yeah, we're standing on the bed here. Oh, there's also a console. This is really sad that this I guess he sadly passed away at 34, 33 or 40, not 40, 30, 35. And he also was a gamer, so this is very sad. Maybe he has now some account that now never enters the battle again in the game he played. This is really very sad. I would wish this fate wouldn't happen to him. I also don't want to be disrespectful by staying on this bed. I'm not damaging anything here. I just want to show you the place. This is all what I want to do. I try to show as much as respect as possible. And yeah, if someone who still owns this house sees this, there's still stuff here, so this is not a junkyard. There's just a lot of things that no longer can be used, but some are still good. So is there again some name? Oh man, he got new books. He got new books. Sadly, he never was able to see these books. Is this some... This looks like some anime, and also the letters in this house could be Japanese. So, did this guy enjoy anime? But oh, these books clearly have a worth, so the owner of this house, these books still have a worth. So, what's there? What is there? This is now completely other name. Bro, this is new. This is... Man, so sad that these things never got used. So sad. There's some duct tape. But this is insanely interesting. It took me a long ride to this place because I live few villages away from this village, so I driven like 30 kilometers with my bike, so it was a big effort to get here, but it's really interesting. This will be the longest video on my channel, I guess. the longest. The longest for the whole next years, I guess. Man, how could we make a longer video that's still interesting? Maybe one day do something like Mr. Beast, some high-end videos, but this is a dream. Look, this guy got a PC there. Oh, even here a second. What is this? Is this a Nintendo or Switch? What is this? But I think he really was a gamer. There are now people who miss him, who will miss him forever. This is really sad. And look, this could also be in sad cases a reason why someone quit Pixel Gun 3D forever, because he or she is no longer with us. This is really a dark world where we live in. We really need a healthcare revolution. Nanobots, singularity, because with advanced technologies, you can live such an unhealthy lifestyle and not get sick. You can even live 1,000 years doing this with advanced technologies. But sadly, we are nowhere near them. It's really so sad. I'm thinking about if I should now come to an end or continue exploring here, because there's really much to uncover still. I guess I now should need focus on the interesting things and not talk too much. I talked now everything what's interesting. So look, there's still some food there, and that there comes these little insects who now won't eat this. Yeah, these insects, they don't care about anything, anyone. They anyways have a very short life, just a few days, and they just eat what they see, whatever it is. They even eat poop. Yeah. What this is? This is a spray duster. Ah, this is for keyboards. Oh, but this is like any such how to spell it, such furniture that I see is somehow stuck, because why do people always overload this type of furniture? Bro, why do people always overload this? What is this? Blockhead? This isn't even a German word. What is this? It's from IKEA, Sweden. Wow. Bro, what is this? Look, look, what is this? What is this? Did you see such thing before? Wait. What is this? Bro. Sadly, I revealed the address of this place. I hope I don't cause any looters to come here. But there would anyways, this would be a crime, so it's not smart to do this. I guess if the owner of this building sees this, the new owner, he or she should really block the entrance to the basement, because then there could be no looters. This is what I recommend now. What? Oh, no, this is such... This is... What is this stuff there? This looks so white. What? What is this? What? This looks white. Humans have always been some strange desires for the pleasure, but yeah. Bro, what is this? What? Oh man, notice. I can't say what this is, but I guess I think what gets inside there, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This is a big no. No. Bro, but what the battery is doing inside there? Looks like they also left this planet. Why is no battery functioning? Everything is here dead. Bro. Bro, such shapes you could also build in a garden as a stay tour. This looks quite interesting. Maybe this could also fit in Atomic Heart in the game. What are these things? What? But I guess you know now that you should look after your health, because if you pass away, all you have doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Bro, I'm getting now theories that this guy who lived here really died before his 40th birthday, and that maybe the bike and all the stuff inside the basement was from his parents. And if they're still alive, they're very sad. They gave him this house, and sadly this happened. But I guess you know for what these toys I now uncover are. These are toys for grown people. Bro, what is this? Oh, just a card game, just a card game. This house isn't that giant, and you can be days in there. There's still a lot of things there. I actually like exploring abandoned places because they are interesting, mysterious. Sad that my friends live hundreds or thousands of kilometers away, so we can never explore together. But maybe one day. I'm thinking about if I should put my phone in the pocket now and make something more visible here, that I could show it better, but I really should have a body cam or a head cam or something like that, but sadly I'm so poor I can't afford this. Also, where I was in Vesuvius, I couldn't afford a air monitor. It would be 80 euros, and I'm just 17 without a job. I'm still studying. I study. So but I was out of breath after exploring this zoo there, so I really felt it afterwards. So it could really be that there already was something bad in there. But we luckily quickly made it out there. Bro, so much energy drinks. A lot of stuff here looks from our modern culture. And why is the modern culture still so unhealthy? Why? We now can analyze health better, despite being still in something like a stone age of health system. But our technologies are much better than 100 years ago, and still people live these lives. But it's also the industry. Such energy drinks shouldn't exist. They just shouldn't, because this is not good. Or maybe there should be a cap that, for example, each week you're only allowed to buy a single one. But then people would say it's like a dictatorship or something. Well, this is how freedom looks like. Look, this is freedom. This is freedom. Man, this furniture, why I don't get this open? Why? Just want. Look, but maybe we can see if there's a nice graphic card in there. Robot. I guess this is too much now to look this. It doesn't matter really, because something is through this PC there isn't from before the 2000, so it's a newer one. Damn, bro. People just can't manage furniture. Always, look, always, these things are stuck everywhere. Every house, every school, they're stuck. They overload this. Why? Why not buy a second one? This also happens at school. While schools are not private people, so schools have the money. But they still don't buy a second one. Overload the things, and then they stuck. They stuck there. Steve, I'm stuck. But one thing is clear, I guess. The guy who lived there wasn't that unsuccessful, so he had a job. And this is what matters. So everything could have gone really good for him if he not consumed all this. The company where he worked 100% still exists. I guess he wasn't the leader there, and if he was, then there could be maybe a successor. But everything in the company is now sad, I guess. Yeah, it's this name again, so look at this date of birth. Now sadly they made it this bad that they only made it two letters, but it can be 1800 because for oldest person alive. What? Oh. Guys, I actually, the guy on this, that you saw on this identification thing is luckily alive. He entered the house when right before a few minutes, and yeah, he was mad that I was in there, and this is very understandable. I'm very sorry that I entered his house. Everything looked like that the owner passed away, and this is actually true. But this guy bought this house or got this house. Maybe it was a loved one that passed away there, and I'm very sorry that I'm entered his house. I'm very sorry. Everything looked abandoned. Everything. It looked like in any abandoned places, but this place wasn't abandoned. But it was really tricky because it looked exactly like it was abandoned. So this guy maybe has a lot of work. This is crazy how the work days nowadays are. Also, if you take Korea for an example, they work more than 10 hours a day. It's insane. Yeah, but this could also be this video as a warning that even if something looks abandoned, you shouldn't enter it, or maybe check it better. But the good thing is I was very respectful. I didn't took anything. I didn't damage anything. I just showed you guys what's there inside. And yeah, but that there was someone who actually passed away is 100, not 100, but 99% true, because I got informed in, I guess it was 2023, that a man passed away in this building and laid soaked on a bed. I didn't was even near this house at this time, but weeks or months later, from the distance outside, I saw a mattress that looks dirty. So the story is very probably true, and someone sadly passed away there. But the guy on these letters, on this identification card, is actually a new resident there, and I'm very sorry that I'm entered this house. Hopefully this doesn't have any legal consequences now. I really thought this place is abandoned, and it's crazy because 100% from all the watchers would say the same. This is abandoned, but I was wrong. So I'm very sorry. I don't want it to how to spell it, to disturb someone's place. I really don't want that. This was really an accident. It looked like it was abandoned, and also the stories to the place that I got told from people were actually true, but I didn't know that there was a new resident already. Yeah. And now I'm walking here at the fields to my bike. It's raining, and yeah, I shouldn't make this too long now, this video. I guess I told pretty much everything now. If there's something, write me in the comments. And yeah, it's being a very wet ride home now. I walked a bit, so it's like 29 kilometers now from now. But it's a very beautiful area here. Yeah. So I guess I should say bye bye to you guys. Bye bye, guys.